All right, now we're going to go into part 2 of energy blockage releasing series, working on the earth and water element blockages through our channel system so we can finally get everything flowing smoothly and harmoniously. This one is a really cool series because it ends with a way of moving our emotional blockages of energy out as well. So first we move the physical energy channel, open it up and get that flowing and warm, and then we move the emotional blockages out, right? So it's a complete package and we feel very different after, very released, very relaxed, you know, satisfied in an interesting way. So let's just go through it. So the very first one is called the wind releasing posture, Vayu Nishkasana. Do it 5 to 15 times. Let your feet be about shoulder width or a little bit more, kind of out like a duck. Take your hands, bend down if you can. If you don't have the flexibility yet, it's okay. And place your hand down like this on the ground. See what I have here? So I'm on my knuckles, like I'm punching the ground, but my fingers are open. So I place my knuckles on the ground underneath like that, underneath each foot like that. And then I come down with my elbows on the inside of my calves, sit my bum down and sit up nice and straight, like that, okay? And I look up, and I breathe in, then I exhale, and I have my head and my sacrum moving simultaneously in 2 different directions, so I end up at the same position at the top and the bottom at the same time. This is the full exhale position. Shoulders are not like this, shoulders are away, elbows are pulling out, body's coming down, crown towards the floor. Inhaling back up again, dipping my bum, inhaling up, bum reaches final position and the head reaches final position, inhaling and exhale. I'm going to do a few. Okay, so this is the wind releasing pose, Vayu Nishkasana, and that one, do 5 to 15 repetitions of it. If your hamstrings are kind of tight, don't force yourself into a standing posture, move into it slowly over time. Let the movement itself open you up over a number of weeks. Now we're going to go right into the dog wags tail, which is a very interesting posture. I'm going to do it from the side so you can see this better. The normal position we use for the cat pose, Majariasana in yoga, is here. So your hands aren't too close to your knees. Start like this. Then what you want to do is bring your knees into the center line, till your knees are touching. Now, if you have sensitive knees, you may want to put a folded up cushion, folded up towel, some kind of pillow or something, and not too high though, but something that will cushion your knees a little bit. Okay, now elbows roll back towards your body. The head doesn't hang like this, the head is up like this. The shoulders are not hanging, right? Get the shoulders up, press away from the floor, reach the head out, and feel like you're a goat with some horns there that you're gonna poke somebody. You're gonna ram somebody, you're a ram, let's say. So this is up, this is out like this, not up like this, just like this. Then your feet, your knees are together and your feet come up, act like the tail of the dog. I don't want to be sagging in the middle, right? I want to be up like that, nice and long. And I want the motion to take place, the bending to take place, right at my lower rib junction of my stomach, right there. Now, what I'm going to do is bend my head laterally this way and bring my tail around this way. Then I'm going to bend my head laterally this way and bring my tail this way. So I'm going to exhale and go this way. Inhale through the middle, exhale and go this way. Inhale through the middle, exhale and go this way. Inhale through the middle and exhale over here, right? And here I am inhaled. Now, you can go slow like that if you want, but it's meant to be a bit loose. It's meant to make everything kind of rattle into place and to get the center of your lower kumbha churning and creating a bit of energy. And the head can be a bit like a ball on the end of a chain and wing itself around a little bit so that the energy goes up like this and lengthens through the neck. It's very good, actually, very therapeutic. But what we don't want to do is this. I'm going to show you high speed in a minute, or normal speed, I should say, in a minute. But what we don't want to do is this. See what I'm doing? Turning my head. I don't want to turn my nose up. This is how the beginner almost always does it, like this. Instead, I want the head to go sideways like this, sideways. Okay, so let me show you. Wrong way. Okay, the right way. So I'm going to do some now. Okay, from the front. Picked up my tail. This is the wrong way. Turning my head. Wrong way. This is the right way. And we slow down. And it's a really nice, total central channel, side channel opener all the way through the neck. It's very hard to get the side channel open through the neck in yoga. There's very few yoga postures where you're really cranking your head over. And here you get that, which is so beautiful, okay? So that's a dog wags tail. Next one, you can do that like 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 reps, 100 reps, whatever you feel like, as long as you're comfortable. This next one is the roaring lion posture, something yoga is kind of famous for. So we put our hands down like this in a beginner position. Later we'll stick it up in here in the legs when we're more flexible. Put our hands like this, and we get in, our legs around it into like a, we call it Vajrasana. It can be up on your toes if you feel inflexible. It can be down flat if you feel nice and flexible, whatever you want to do. And what you do is you take a nice deep breath. So I'll go up on my toes. It's a total beginner posture. Up on my toes and my hands on the floor, okay? I'm going to imitate a roaring lion here. And this is where we start to get into moving that emotional energy or blockage energy down in the Manipura, up and out through the heart and the voice and the throat, okay? So I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as I breathe out, I'm going to make the sound of a roaring lion, ah, like that, and look up. I stick my tongue out really far and look through the third eye, okay? Exhale, inhale. Okay, so we do 3 there. Your neighbors will think you're crazy, so try to do it out of the view of your neighbors. But you can feel this huge release as the energy comes firing up through the center, up and out through your mouth, and you're looking up through your third eye like this with Shambhavi Mudra, it's called. It's very powerful, okay? Now we'll go back up to standing and do 2 more postures of this series that are really, really good for opening up the emotional, energetic component of the body-mind complex. This next one is called pendulum posture, okay? So I get my feet wider than my shoulder width. I place my hands clasped behind my neck. Now there's esoteric aspects to this that are too much to go into now. Every single posture, static or dynamic that we do in this system is tied into the energy body in some way and releases something important. I'll just jog you a little bit on this so that when you come to level 2, 3, and 4, you're kind of looking for that and ask me more about it. When you're doing the pendulum posture, Dolasana, when you are grabbing with your hand like this, putting these marma points here against this marma point here, the Vidura marma, and pulling up against it and grasping, pulling up and grasping. And when you're pulling back with the head against that pressure, and you're contracting your butt, you're making the second chakra really activate, and the ghost realm, hungry ghost realm from the 6 realms teachings, can really get activated and dump out the attachments, the greed, the never feeling satisfied, all those negative aspects of the ghost realm can be dumped out doing this posture. In fact, this posture is part of the 6 realm yogas, right? Okay, so come in here, 5 to 10 Dolasana. What's the pattern? You pull in, you pull up. Remember, you still got your red light body of potentials, right? And you exhale and come down towards the knee. 1, 2, 3. I started on the right side. So I inhale up again, and I go to the left side. Like that, right? Then I go to the right side. Now, what's interesting about these last 3 is that everything so far in the series we've been doing is nose breathing. Here now we use mouth breathing, and we use it on purpose for a reason. We want to really try to create the front channel vomiting of emotional mental constrictions that are in that channel, right? Because we tend to like guard the front, right? You know, when we feel under attack, so our stuff gets stored there. All of our mental, emotional garbage gets stored there. We need to bring it out. So here in the lion posture, we're bringing it out the front, right? Now with the pendulum posture, we're going to do the same thing. Let it out the front with ha, ha, ha. That sound as we go down, right? So here we go. Nice and soft and slow. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, so this is the pendulum posture. Ha, 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 ha. So you can see this. Ha, ha, ha. That you want to pull in and push out with that sound. Ha, 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 like that. Okay? Think about it not as a martial art thing, like you're getting power. Think about it as activating, like hitting a drum, and then the sound comes out. But here, instead of the sound coming out by itself, ha, carries the emotional blockage out, the earth and water binding those blockages and keeping us in attachment, all those other things we don't really want. Okay, and it works marvelously for it, I can tell you. Now, let's do the next one. It's called the standing swing, Utthita Lalasana. But what it really is about is, again, really mining the depth of those karmas to come out. And it does it in a really beautiful way, which I think is really lovely. So the posture is, again, a little bit wider than your shoulders, because you're going to go between your shoulders and you're going to sort of wave between your shoulders. Let me show you. I'll show you once. Let me show you from the side first, yeah. You open your legs up to a little bit wider than your shoulder width. Now, it's a very fluid kind of thing. You feel like you're kind of flowing in this one. And you breathe up. And see how my wrists are going? So I breathe up and I relax. My pelvis comes forward to put tension on the area that I want to release from, and it's going to flip backwards to let that out. And the hands are just drawing the energy up. And I come back. And I just bounce in there and let my hands go between my legs, across the floor like this. Then I come back again. Okay, so the real key is that you're dragging up like this, you're waving up like this, getting a little bit of a back bend, and then you're collapsing, just letting it all come out. Emotional, mental tensions, let your head move. Like that, okay? So that little extra series of 5 energy blockage releasing exercises, I feel very open right now, very nice and open and smooth, and you'll feel the same as you accumulate this. As you accumulate this practice more and more and more, you're going to start to fall in love with it. And you might even apply it prescriptively. Like during the daytime, I'm feeling a bit stuck in my energy. Just had an argument with my husband or with my wife or with my boss or something. So you go in the loo if you're at work and you lock the door for a second. Or if you're in the house, you go to your bedroom or something. Anyway, you can use them prescriptively because you'll start to feel the effects. The effects of them are quite amazing on the mental, emotional bodies. Right? Okay, now the practice routine is just adding this second series in. You're going to do your red light body. You're going to do your 3 to 9 double kumbha breaths. You're going to do wind series 1, followed by wind series 2, 5 to 7 repetitions, more or less. Right now, you're starting to figure out how much you want to do of each one. If you want to do more, you can. If you want to do less, you can. Then you do your churning of Sushumna Nadi. Remember, we changed that to wind 1, followed by wind 2. Now churning the Nadi, the central channel. And then the fire series after that, followed by the energy block releasing series 1, and now this one, energy block releasing series 2. Do them in that order. Don't flip the order of those, okay? And after that, then you'll sit down, because you're so clear and there's so much vitality there, you sit down to do your alternate nostril breathing, and it's going to be much more profound. You'll have much more energy available to put into the alternate nostril breathing and to awaken more of that kind of prana that you want to balance these two channels as you breathe up and down like this. So it's really wonderful in this way, okay? And then, as always, you go into your Shavasana, make sure everything's released and smooth and harmonized, relax yourself, get some rejuvenation back, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever you wish. Followed then by your self-massage, and you are out for the day.